G'day guys, DYLIEDOG here. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. So guys, in today's video, first we'll be taking a look at some news about Pathfinder's new lore skin, and secondly we'll be taking a look at the new patch notes coming with the Fight Night Collection event, including all the buffs, nerfs for both weapons and legends, new town takeover, and also the new LTM. Now we'll just quickly mention two things before we start. Firstly, I have seen a lot of you guys in the comments saying that the content is actually really good at the moment, which I really appreciate, but the audio does need a bit of work. And you know what, I actually do agree with this statement. And by the way, if you do have any suggestions about the channel, don't hesitate to let me know in the comments. But I have listened to you guys and I've purchased a new mic which I'm using in this video, so I hope the audio is much better. And also let me know in the comments what you think of the new audio quality. Now secondly, Apex Legends did just show off their new trailer for the Fight Night Collection event, which is going on in the background of this video right now. Now if you want to watch the full trailer with the sound on, I will leave a link to it in the description below. But anyway guys, let's get into the video. So guys, before we get into the patch notes, let's take a look at some information about the new Pathfinder skin. So with an upcoming Fight Night Collection event, there will be of course a bunch of legendary skins to purchase. With some recent information that has come to light, this new Pathfinder skin will not be able to be purchased within the collection event items, but instead will be sold separately in the Apex Legends store. So this came to light when a question was posed below the post which was showing the Fight Night Collection event trailer, which said, is the Pathfinder skin a part of the collection event or separate? I asked because it is a lore skin and typically lore skins are sold separately, which Jason McCord, the design director at Respawn, replied by saying, pretty sure it's in the special store, not the collection event, like other lore skins. Now it is understandable that the Pathfinder lore skin will have to be bought in the special store, because like other lore skins like Wraith's Voidwalker or Bloodhound's Youngblood skin, they had to be purchased out of the store. But seeing as this skin was coming with the collection event, it was thought that this skin would be a part of the collection event items. Now the reason why this is a bit of a big deal is because the skins within the collection event can be purchased with crafting medals, but with this Pathfinder skin being a part of the Apex Legends store, the only way you'll be able to purchase this skin is by using Apex coins. But anyway guys, let's get into the Fight Night Collection event patch notes. So guys, it seems we don't have to wait too long for the Fight Night Collection event. As it says here, the event starts on the 5th of January. Now I personally can't wait for the Fight Night Collection event, it looks really good. But anyway, let's get through the rest of the patch notes. So we'll be covering more of the important stuff in these patch notes. But if you guys want to read the full patch notes, I will leave a link to it in the description below. So firstly, here we have some information about the new LTM, which is called Airdrop Escalation Takeover. So with this event, we're testing a new approach to LTMs. Instead of launching it on its own playlist, the Airdrop Escalation LTM will be a takeover of the normal play Apex game mode. It's a classic battle royale, but with way more supply drops. Immediately after you leave the jump ship, you'll find a cluster of 4 supply drops across the map. During each round, more will drop. They'll land at the same speed as a lifeline care package. With each drop contains a fully kitted weapon of different tiers, depending on the round. For example, round 1's drops feature level 2 kitted weapons, while round 4's drop include red armor and crate weapons. As with the regular fully kitted weapons, you can break them down or swap their attachments onto other weapons, and of course, regular weapons will still appear as ground loot. So now let's get to the new town takeover. So Pathfinder's town takeover, drop your weapons and get ready to brawl Pathfinder's town takeover Fight Night style. Entering the ring will prevent any player from using their weapons or any of their abilities. The only way to beat someone is via a bit of fisticuffs. Oh, and don't worry about any outside the ring interference. No outside projectiles, grenades or abilities can penetrate the ring's force field. Now I personally love that. I think this is actually a really cool aspect for the new town takeover, and I can't wait to grab my Caustic hammer and bash some enemies. So now we get to some information about the collection event, where you can purchase 24 cosmetics, and then you'll unlock the Heirloom, which for this season is for Gibraltar. So like I said, if you collect all the 24 items, you'll get the Gibraltar Heirloom. And after the event ends, the Gibraltar Heirloom will become available with Heirloom crafting, or Heirloom Shards. As with previous events, this event brings a rewards tracker with all new earnable cosmetics. You can earn 1,000 points per day and challenges refresh daily. The challenges also stack with your battle pass, so you can complete both at once. Now it seems there are 2 legends in this event tracker that are receiving stat trackers, and this tracker also seems to have a legendary skin for the charge rifle and one for the RE45. Now they do have a blue background behind the item, which suggests that they are only rare items, but the design of the skins seem to be legendary, so I guess we'll have to see on that front. But now guys, let's get into the meta changes where we start with the legends. There's nothing too meta shaking this time around. We're giving Season 7 some extra time to shake out. Horizon releasing strong, but not overpowered. The below buffs are aimed at small power increases. Rampart still needs overall power, and the Caustic buff is an extra compensation for the loss of vision, blur from gas in Season 7. Note that looking at our data, the Season 7 change was a solid buff for Caustic, but he's not quite where we want it to be. Now we start with Rampart with our amped cover, decreased cooldown from 30 seconds to 20 seconds, and now with Caustic, his Nox gas trap, decreased cooldown from 25 seconds down to 20. Now as a Caustic main, I cannot believe that they actually actually gave Caustic another buff. To be honest, I think he's in a pretty good spot right now, but Respawn think he needs more, so it'll be interesting if they do more to his kit in the future. But now let's get to the weapon changes. So the Hemlock decreased damage from 22 down to 20. Then we have the Massive, spread out 3rd and 4th pellets to decrease max range of 4 pellet hits, where it says here was 7.5 degrees and now is 10 degrees. And the Prowler reserve bullets increased from 175 up to 210. So we have a nerf to the Hemlock and Massive and a slight buff to the Prowler. Personally, I don't think dropping the damage output of the Hemlock by 2 is enough. This gun at the moment is a laser, and for the Hemlock to be balanced, the recoil has to be changed, and not just a damage output nerf. But anyway guys, let's get into the last thing we're going to talk about in this patch notes, which are the quality of life changes. So quality of life changes, ultimate accelerants can now be used without opening your inventory. Your ultimate is not currently available, just press the button or buttons on the controller to activate it, and you'll pull out any stored accelerant in your inventory and use it automatically, which I think is actually a pretty good change. When in a lobby, if a party member leaves your lobby for any reason, all party members will be marked as not ready. This will stop accidental launches into a match when your buddy dipped out for a second. The fabled mark as all seen button has been added. Click this to remove the pesky, in brackets I mean helpful, red dots. Thank God they brought that in. Pinging the nearest respawn beacon from spectate will now always ping the nearest beacon unless you don't have time to use it before the ring closes over it, instead of defaulting to the nearest beacon in the safe ring. We now show you how many treasure packs are needed to acquire the next comic page. This should make it easier to people who are chasing a new bit of lore to know how far away they are. And the last thing here in the quality of life changes is Caustic should now smash a door with his heirloom hammer instead of his leg if available. You know what, that's such a good change. I spent $170 for my Caustic heirloom to smash a door. But in all seriousness, I guess that's a good change. Alright guys, now there are a few bug fixes, but nothing of significance. So that is all the information I have for you in this video. So guys, before I go, I would like to remind you guys to leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. And also, if you are new to the channel, make sure to click the subscribe button with the notification bell turned on, as I post 3 to 4 videos a week of Apex Legends gameplay, and also covering leaks, rumors, and information about Apex Legends. But anyway guys, DYLIEDOG will catch you all later.